Venus in the first house. When we say Venus in the first house, and if this is in your first house, and Venus represents the good life, when I say the good life, it represents love affairs, it represents your finances, it represents everything that feel good. And so this will definitely be you. You'll be a pleasure, loving person. As long as you have discipline, you'll be good. So having the fly clothing game, the fly house, the fly cars, because you like beauty. Because Venus is the one who loves beautiful things. And it's about what you value and your worth. So whatever you value, you'll go hard for. If you value your family, you will go hard for. Because Venus loves people. Venus about love. So loving people, becoming one with everyone, this will be a part of your personality if this is in your first house. This will be part of who you are. You'll be the type who love comfortability, love to feel good, and love security. It's all about what you value. It's all about what you value. So it's also about material possessions. So Venus love life. So you the type on the upside would like to make people feel good and like to see people feeling good. Because this is the Venus effect. And you do want partnerships. You do want that love. Or at least you're going to fantasize by the idea of love. So that makes you naturally an empath. Venus is just like the moon. It's a female energy, a planet. Except Venus can control her emotions and understand it more. Venus have more understanding than anything. Like the moon is very emotional. Venus is not only in emotions, but also a thinker and also earthly. So Venus has almost every aspect of life. So it's all about the feel good living. Venus make a good business person. So if you got this in the first house, this part of your personality. You the type who know how to do business, who know how to be fly, who know how to charm somebody, who know how to have fun. All this is a part of who you are. Oh yeah, this King Lit breaking it down to you. You got Venus in this first house. This is part of your personality. This is part of who you are. Every day. Not one day, but every day. This is part of who you are. Because the first house deals with the self. It deals with the Aries traits. So you would do things that deal with the Aries traits, like doing things, because Aries like to take action. So Venus will take action. The feel good energy flow, the way you take action is through beauty, things that you like. It got to be beautiful, got to feel good. It got to, if it don't feel good, you're not going to do it. Things that you like will feel good. And it's all about your sexity. You express yourself in an artistic manner. Your sexity will be high, very high. But you don't like regular people who do regular things as far as sexually. You like it to be in an artistic way. What people would say a romantic way. You would like it to be very creative, because you're very creative the way you express yourself. So you make a great artist too. And so you the type, if you do wear anything that's comfortable for you, or anything that exposes your skin, you can wear something that's artistic, that make you look so good and so sexy to people can be like, whoo, you just different, and you just, you know what I'm saying, fire. If you're a woman, this is how you're going to operate. If you're a man, you're going to be so fly. They might think that, dog, you got a little girly in you because you're so fly. But the thing is, you might be the flyest person on earth, because this is the Venus effect that's creative and artistic and stylish. And so you might be the freshest thing in the building. And so since you got the Venus in you, you will look so good, beautiful. A lot of Venus people, even if their features don't look good far as materially or feature wise, you still would look good far as your attitude. Something will look good on you or feel good about you. It's all about, if your features don't look good or feel good to the person, your attitude definitely will look good and feel good, if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, I broke it down simply. If your features ain't all that, let me say it in a simple terms. I got many ways to come. If your features don't look good, your personality show will look good. And your personality alone, your soul will definitely hypnotize a person. So those who also appear to be ugly will look good anyway, because that's what the Venus brings. The Venus brings that fun-loving person, all about life, and who love people to be themselves, and who value family members, who value partnership, who value love, who value anything that feel good. So it's about what feel good with you. It's about, and this part of who you are, no matter what your rising sign is, this part of who you are. So this is why it's good to look up the first house trait. Now, if you got Venus in the second house, you right at home. This is all about what you value right here. This is all about what you value, your worth, and this is about how hard you work to get there. You will work hard dealing with beautiful things. This is the house of Taurus. So you would do things to deal with Taurus because it's right in the house of Taurus. You do things that Taurus like you like to get money. That'd be part of what you value. You'll know how to get money. You'll be a good counselor when it comes to getting money. And also you like to live comfortable. So it's all about financial security. It's all about being comfortable. You want to be secure, and you want to have your family be secure. Right here, this is the house that deal with security. So it's about financial security in every aspect. And so you'll be very protective of your family, and you make sure they be right. You would like to have them good dinners, expensive dinners. You like expensive clothes, like the Taurus traits, and you would like nature. You would like nature, do things that's out of nature, that's romantic, picnic, and things like that. You would like to do things that deal with the Taurus aspect. So you definitely persistent and hardworking, and you can be stubborn. And so you can be fixed, and don't only mess with those who you feel comfortable with. So you only can mess with a few or your family, and you really don't like too many people in your home like that. You know what I mean? That's just part of the Taurus trait. They ain't comfortable with all type of people. Only about those they love, and they only comfortable in their territory. A Taurus is more comfortable in their territory. So you got Venus in the second house. You're more comfortable in your territory. You right at home. Venus is right at home. So you definitely an empath. You can feel people vibes through your body. And you're very cool, very calm, collective. But you could be very bullhead. It takes a lot for somebody to push you. But when you go there, you can be very snappish. It's all about what you value. And when it comes to money, who knows how to make that money better than you? You got many ways. It's all about money. And on the downside, hopefully you don't be a schemer. Yes, because Venus can be a schemer, because Venus want to get that money. Because Venus all about living good. You can do anything to help you live good. On the downside, even if it takes stealing, scheming, robbing, but you want to live good. That's your whole thing. You got to live good because you don't feel secure. You don't feel like life. And so this is yourself in the second house. This is your material self, your aspects, and your self-worth. Your self-worth is all about when you feeling comfortable, you feeling to your highest. You feeling very confident. Wherever you at. If you feeling comfortable, it don't matter if it's at work, it don't matter if it's at home, wherever you feel comfortable at, that's what makes you feel good. Overall, you got a cool, good, smooth nature. You want to see your family do good. You're a good provider. You're a good hustler. So definitely you're a good hustler. And you definitely get the funds. And so your job would deal with anything that deal with nature, that deal with helping people as far as your family. And you're just a hard worker. So it's about anything that you value, anything that's beautiful to you. Because you definitely deal with beauty. And you like materialistic things, so you definitely will work hard. Now, we got Venus in the third house. This is how you communicate. How you communicate will be what you value. How you communicate will be things that you love. Or it'll be about love. It'll be about relationships. It'll be about money. Your communication, you would know about things like that deal with money, that deal with love, that deals with things that you value personally. And your communication game will be kind of like slow, but in a stylish way, where you can come up with words that sound good. You come up with words and rhythm, because you're very creative. Just like the second house and the first house, both of you are creative. Venus itself is creative, so you have the creative power to create your reality, through communication, through the way you think, coming up with new ideas, and the ideas is be more idealistic and creative. It'll be more creative. And so the way that you express yourself would be in a creative state. You have a creative mind. And so you always coming up with something. If you got a creative mind, that makes you have a genius mind. And so you be kind of like slow in the way you talk, just like the second house with Taurus is slow in the way they talk and speak, but it's gonna be in a stylish manner. And so since you got Mercury in the third house, it's like either or. If you're not talking slow, you can also speed it up because you deal with communication. But it will be in a stylish manner. It'd be different. It'd be something that sound good and beautiful. You would say beautiful words. You would talk in a kind manner and a loving manner. And so, boom, you could be a great counselor, good at uplifting people. Since you got Mercury and Venus there, I mean, yes, Venus in the house of Mercury or Gemini, the way you love would be through knowledge. The way you love would be through anything that deal with information, getting information, anything that stimulates your mind. This what makes you feel good. Anything that stimulates your mind makes you feel good. Anything that stimulates you mentally. You like to know the news or what's going on, the haps, and this is what makes you feel good. This will stimulate you. You got to have somebody to kick it with, to socialize with, and this is what makes you feel good. Even if they're not your partner, you still have a whole list of numbers of somebody you can affiliate with. If not a whole list, you're gonna have them certain people you can affiliate with because it makes you feel good to socialize and interact with people. Now you understand. So when we got Venus in the third house, you individuals know how to come up with fashion and styles. You're very creative. Use your mind to come up with fashions and styles and to come with something that's of great design. So you could be a great interior decorator. Like the Venus in the second house and the first house will carry it out. You know what I mean? But you're the one who can actually come up with the design in your mind and carry it out. So with this being said, this is a place for coming up with anything that's beautiful, artistic expression. You make a great artist. We'll deal with music. We're dealing with art. We're dealing with anything that's creative because your mind is your weapon. Your mind is very creative, creative mind. You got creative powers. So you can create your reality through your mind. That's the power that you have. But on the downside, it will be the opposite. You will not be creative and expressive. You might be scared to carry out your creative traits. So it could be the opposite. So what's the opposite of you being creative is the opposite of not being creative or not of suffering when it comes to carrying out your creative abilities. So, Bill, this is how I operate. So when you got Venus in the third house, this makes you not only an empath who have the ability or who have empathy towards people, but also just give you the ability to understand it because they're Mercury energy of understanding. And you definitely overthink. I think. Sometimes your empath ability can get caught up because you're more logical than going by what you feel. But as long as you can balance it out, bring your logic with your empath ability, so because your logic will give you the reasoning and you got the understanding, you'll be a great empath. Also, you have clairaudience ability. You have clairaudience ability where you can hear things or hear voices and where the ancestors could talk to you and stuff like that. Also, you got the ability to read a person's mind. And so, boom, this is how it go down. Now, Venus in the fourth house, and this is my placement. Venus in the fourth house, you got Venus in the moon house, Cancer house. So definitely you're a natural empath. The reason why I make you a natural empath, because the moon is already psychic. The moon is already the mother. So you got love in the mother. So this makes you the one who's gonna love your family. You're gonna love what you care for. And that's family and that's people in general. And so the moon is definitely the natural order of what love is. And Venus is love. This makes you more a loving person, more a caring person, more a nurturing person. So you definitely the ultimate nurturer because Venus is there. So you would do things that only not only feel good, but also that make others feel good. It's all about your kids. Even if you're male or female, your kids is the world itself. So boom, you would love people all around. You would love people on a global scale. You would like to see people do good. But the main concern is definitely the home because you got to feel secure. It's all about feeling secure. And when it comes to like people feeling good or people needing help or care for, you'll be there. You're the ultimate nurse, doctors. You're the ultimate social worker, counselors, because your whole thing is to see people heal. You're the ultimate healer. You got Venus in the moon house, the house of the mother. So this makes you with the mother traits, no matter if you're a male or female, where you do listen to your intuition. You just know nobody can lie to you. Your kids can't lie to you. The world can't lie to you. You can feel it in every part of your body. You know their emotions. You understand their emotions. You know what they're going through. So you can create a picture in your mind and visualize what's going on. You know what's going on. You can see the big picture. So this makes you a great writer and a great storyteller and who can create stories naturally. Because what you visualize, because you're definitely imaginative, you can also put it into a book and write stories. Since you imaginative, you can be a daydreamer. Always daydream about love, about the good life, about you living good, things like that. And so your emotions would deal with your home life. It would deal with you feeling secure. So you always trying to protect your family. And yes, you would protect your family. And you would die about your family. Because Venus in this house love their family. It's all about love, not only their family, but love their mates and love who they love. And whoever you love, you will protect them and you'll be there for them. Even though this deal with the mother, you definitely love your mother and your family, but you also can get into it with your mother and your family. It could be the opposite too. So what you value will be the family, the home life. You love the home life. You will do things in the home. It could be teaching in the home. You make a great host in the home. You can entertainment in the home. If not the home, anywhere you go, where you feel at home, you will show your love. You show your nurturing ability, your caring ability. So anywhere in the world where you feel comfortable at, or your neighborhood, because you territory, you deal with the community, you deal with your home. The home could be your territory where you grew up at. And so you would never forget people in your life. You would never forget your first girlfriend. You never forget your first boyfriend. You never forget what happened to you in the past. And so as long as you uplift yourself and use the past to be the teacher, you have wisdom. And so you'd be the ultimate empath who has wisdom to heal people, the ultimate healer and light bringer to people in society in the world. Because you could take what you learn about love and tell people that the true love is self-love. Because if you love yourself, you can love others. You can't love others if you don't love yourself. So you know that. You got the ability to know that. You got the ability to speak on it and be an example of what love is in this home. And so the thing is, you don't have to approve. You don't have to prove, need nobody approval, because you are the ultimate example of what love is. It's going to scroll through you. So you can learn what love is. If it's not love, it's hate. So if you don't love people, you will hate them. You will hate your mother, you will hate your family, hate this. It'll be the opposite. And so what you value, it deals more about financial security when it comes to providing for the family, when it comes for providing for the home. So your home will be stylish. You definitely will be stylish. And you make sure that those you love be stylish. You will help them in every aspect. And so not only them, but also those out in the world, you will nurture, you will help in any way. So you can definitely be a fashion designer and some of everything, because it's part of your inner self and your true emotions, the love you have. So being acceptance of who you are is very important. And once you accept that, this is how you will win. When you got Venus in the 4th house, in the home house. So being a real estate agent, those who go with real estate, anything, working in the buildings, any building like house cleaning, housekeeping, or owning thing that deal with business shape or buildings, because you over buildings, you over structures, you will win. and you be good in business. You know how to get that money because you can feel people emotions because you definitely have a great sixth sense. You're very psychic because the mother's always psychic. She's psychic. She know her kids. So you know your kids, no matter if you're a male with this, like myself, or you're a woman, and you have some female traits of you, but you still be a man if this part of you, the female trait, will be caring, nurturing, and you understand people, you understand kids. You the one who will make time for your kids and be there. You know what I mean? You'll be an example of what love is, even if you're a male. And so the thing is about you is that nobody got never worry about you selling out because you're gonna be loyal when you're on the upside. You can be loyal forever. And in love, you can be loyal to your partner. And it always be beautiful. So you would love things that's beautiful. Your home would be beautiful. And you would love your mate's soul if it's beautiful. It got to be beautiful. If it's not beautiful, you don't play it toxic. It's all about controlling your emotions in this house. So this is what you learn. You learn how to control your emotions, and you pick up all type of energies and life forces. So you definitely clairsentience, and you definitely empath all in one. You have highly intuitive, have a sixth sense, and it's open up other psychic abilities. So you definitely the ultimate nurturer, caregiver, caretaker, and lover. Definitely in this house. And you will fight for those that you love and even die for. So you appear to be weak, but in actuality, you might be the strongest. It might be the strongest house because your emotions are powerful when dealing with love, and love can overcome anything. So once you defeat the negative aspects of yourself, you'll win. Now, when you got Venus in the fifth house, this is all about the sun house. So Venus in this house like to shine. Venus gonna carry your creativity abilities out in the open, in the public. You know what I'm saying? Your interior decoration, you're gonna shine. You're gonna show it. It's gonna shine. And Venus like to have fun. Venus is all about many sex affairs and exploring. And you're gonna carry all the hobbies that you have. And you definitely gonna love the kids. And so this is the part where if you got Venus in the fifth house that you love the kids so much that somebody stepped wrong, you would chop their head off about the kids if they treat them wrong, like child pedophilia, because you love the kids. Not only the kids, you know how to entertain the kids. You know how to bring that glow, that good feeling, that charm. Oh yeah, because Venus is charming. All the houses, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and on above, charm is part of what Venus is, the feel good flow. And the way you charm is according to the house. Like the first house, charm is naturally a part of yourself. The second house, charm deals with what you value. The third house, charm deal with your communication and your mind. In the fourth house, charm deal with the home life, your family, and they deal with your emotions. In the fifth house, charm deal with your consciousness. They deal with your consciousness and your heart, because you live by your heart. You naturally got intuitions. You live by your own intuition when it comes to having fun, because you know how to have fun and you know how to inspire people. And so Venus like to inspire people in this house, and motivate people. And Venus love to express its sensual self in this house without caring what nobody think. Because Venus know that Venus is it in this house. So you are it in this house if this is your placement. You feel the shine. And you love when people appreciate you. You love when people compliment you and you give that back. Because Venus love that. Venus love to reveal itself in this house. Venus do its thing in this house, and Venus is the star. Venus works magic in this house, good at putting colors together. You good at color coordinating. You might be the most stylish, fashionable person out of all the houses. And you the type who love to inspire people, don't like to see people sad, mad, or nothing like that. And you like to motivate people. You like to be an example of what love is. So this is the difference. So your love is when dealing with Leo type things. We're dealing with the sun traits. It's dealing with shining, dealing with not only shining, when people feel good, entertaining, joking, laughing, having fun. This your love. Your love is exploring different mates, different soulmates, trying out different things, starting off something that's new, inventing something. You make a great inventor. Your intuition is deep because you listen to your intuition all the time. You don't listen to what nobody else says. You listen to your intuition. So long as you can be able to listen to others without being so much into yourself, you will win. As long as you don't be a narcissist, you will win. And be all up in yourself with self-indulgence, you will win. Because you can be the type don't care about what others think because you just know you it. You are the love. You are the sex god or goddess. You are the empire. You are the scrim. And so long as you don't feel like you so uppity above others, because you can feel like you uppity and conceited. You know what I'm saying? You will win. As long as you be able to blend with others and become one with everyone, where everybody feel the love and give everybody say so and just listen, even if you don't believe what nobody say, even if you don't value other people's opinion, if you just listen and you'll win. Instead of chopping people down, you'll win. And so in this house, you can do anything that you put your mind to, because the sun give you the ability to take action, because you're very happy, go lucky person. You're very happy, excited, fun loving, get the party started. You are that type. So love is when everybody flowing good, when everybody crunk, when everybody feeling good. That's what you love. So now, we got Venus in the 6th house. This is all about Virgo energy. So you the type, the way you love would be the Virgo way. Your love is through service, helping people, even doing the smallest things for people. That's what you love. You can be the ultimate humanitarian, because you're a naturally physical empath, where you can feel it in your body. You can feel it in your body. You can feel people's emotions, and you know how to deal with emotions. You're not the very emotional type person, and you the type who know how to deal with emotions. So you know a person's emotions, and you know a person need to win. And so you the one who will bring people back down to reality. And so your thing is to observe people by picking up all the details. You're good at details, observing, because you can pick up things that others miss. So in this house here, it's all about love, to feel good through service, to feel good through showing a person how to win, showing a person how to heal. And so you the one who got the source when it comes to healing. Your experience teach you, and with your experience, you apply to your life. So in this house here, you apply love. You definitely is the example of love, because you apply it. And you're very serious when it comes to love. You're very serious when it comes to the mind. And your mind is all about healing. So you be into astrology, numerology. You into things anything that deal with healing, where you can find a solution. So you are the ultimate problem solver in this house. Just like the 5th house also problem solver, but the 5th house like to problem solve in a different way, like through fun, through action, through activity. Like the 5th house is therapy. Your therapy is more practical, more realistic than anything. So you makes the ultimate healer, because you definitely got the solutions and recipes. Not only just one way of healing, you got many ways of healing in a realistic way. Like you can be the type who heal people through your hands. You get the healing hands, and you can heal people with the gemstones, the quartz, because you're highly intelligent, and so you definitely got emotional intelligence. So you definitely heal people in many ways. And so when it comes to like finding a solution, you are very intuitive when it comes to finding a solution to people's problem, and you like to help people. You hope that somebody say, please help me, because you want to help. And the little things you do, it all add up to something big. Every little thing count. You might do little things, but at the end of the day, you done did about a million things for an individual that add up to something big. You even go to the store, run errands for people, because you want to see people win. You want to help people. You love that, because you don't feel good if you don't do nothing. You just sit there, and you don't want to see people just die. You know what I'm saying? You want to give them solutions to how to heal. You deal with the healing effect. So duty is very important. So you the type who can be very fussy, very critical, but not only of others, you can be critical of yourself first. You go more hard on yourself than you go hard on others. So being a professionalist is something that you're learning to overcome. You're learning to understand that professionalism is also imperfection. And so once you learn that, this is when you win. So this is when you got Venus in the 6th house. The 6th house is deal with the health. So you know how to heal people in every aspect in this house. Now, when you got Venus in the house of Libra, Venus in the house of Libra, which is Venus in the 7th house, this makes you the type that, because this is the natural house, of Venus, just like the 2nd house, the 7th house is also the natural house of Venus. Venus is very comfortable right here. So you will carry out the Libra in this house, the Libra traits. So when it comes to justice and stuff like that, you will be the one who be the ultimate diplomat, peacemaker, who know how to bring people together, and you know what it takes to bring people together. You even be more a problem solver when it comes to stopping chaos from arise, when solving conflict. When you see somebody that's constantly hurting people, you're the type who will bring justice, who will end it, where nobody will hurt nobody else no more. And so this makes you an ultimate thinker, an ultimate deep thinker at that. You're intuitive with knowing the human nature. It's your job definitely to know people, and you know people more than you know yourself. So once you understand yourself and know yourself, you'll be the ultimate psychic. I said psychic because not only is you an empath, you got the ability to read people's mind at times. Read people's mind because you just know people. You know their character. You know, oh, I know this person going to do this. And they end up doing it because you know them. You know what I mean? The human nature, you pick their patterns and their behavior patterns. And it's your job because you deal with the mind. You can be a good psychologist when dealing with helping people. You can be a good, not only psychologist, a good therapist because you know what it takes to heal somebody. You know what it takes for a person to win. And so your job is socialization. You went through socialization, connecting with people, and being the ultimate peacemaker and diplomat. And so love is part of who you are. Even if you don't have love, you always fantasize or imagine the idea of what love is. And so just by you thinking of the idea of love, you feel that it's love. Even if you get with the wrong person, it might not even be the person that you love. It's the idea of the love that you could have with this person that you love. So that's why a lot of times people in this house, Venus in the 7th house, make mistakes when dealing with love until they learn to listen to their intuition. So once you learn to listen to your intuition, you would understand what love truly is. So when you open up to your intuition, you already got an empath ability. You definitely emotional intelligence, and you definitely could be the ultimate psychic because you got to deal with people the rest of your life. You got to know the human behaviors the rest of your life because it's in you. You want to know what makes a person tick. You always observing people's characters, always watching people, the way they move, and say, well, I know such and such like this, such and such like that. So you know everybody is different. And so you're the ultimate psychologist in this house. Venus in the house that is naturally in. So this is the house that you're naturally in. So you're very stylish. You like beauty. Definitely like beauty. And not only beauty, you like beauty of the soul more than anything. Like people think that it don't matter if you're a male or female, they think that you like the physical beauty, like the second house. People like beauty when dealing with the physical aspect mostly. You the type that like beauty of the mind and beauty of the soul. It's all about beauty of communication and socialization more than the physical aspects. Even though the physical aspects is important too, because you want beauty all around. But the main thing, if a person's soul is beautiful, they look beautiful. If they mind is beautiful, then they're beautiful. So if they have all these attributes, even if they don't look right on the outside to you, that's gonna override the mind, and the soul gonna override the physical beauty. So with that being said, your love is one of the kind. You can be loyal, even though you're very flirtatious. You flirt with some of everybody. You still is dedicated to that one person, unless you're on the downside. If you're on the opposite side, it'd be the opposite, where you can be harsh, you can be hateful, or you can be flirtatious to have many women and be a playboy, a playgirl. That's if you're on the other side. That means you're unbalanced. So only when you're unbalanced, you would carry out these traits. But when you balance, you're loyal. No matter how flirtatious or how many people you talk to, you stick to that one person, be loyal. And because you call people beautiful, you know what I mean? That don't mean that you into them. Just because you say you love a person, don't mean that you into them. But some people think you do. Some people think you are into them, but you're not into them like that. It's just the way you carry yourself. You like to say kind words. It will make you feel good to say kind words. So this is when you got Venus in the 7th house. And so this is the way you love. So you make a great humanitarian. So you should do work like counseling, therapy work, psychologist, being a psychologist, doing things that deal with the human nature. I mean, because you're good mind reader, so you good at giving advice. You're very creative. Make a great creative artist. You read in the natural house, one of your houses, which is Libra. So you deal with the mind, stipulation, anything that deal with the mind. But beauty is the ultimate goal. Because if food don't look beautiful, you might don't eat it. If your environment don't look beautiful, you ain't gonna do right. You need that balance. Balance is important to you. And when it comes to justice, you will bring justice when it's time. It don't take a lot. It take a lot for you to snap, but when it gets to that point, when the scales are weighed up, that's when you'll bring justice. And you will snap. You bring it to a person hard. That tongue is so off the chain because you're so darn smart. You know what to say, and your words come in many ways and many styles. So you're good with the word and flipping the word and speaking and communicating. You the ultimate communicator in this house. Now, when you got Venus in the eighth house, this is the house of Pluto. So you got love, power. Not only you got love, power. Pluto is the house that deals with the mysteries of life, the house that deals with transformation, the house that deals with your sexity. And so your love will be through sex. On the downside, you can be a sex addict. I mean, your love is through sex. You know how to have sex more than any other house. You know how to hypnotize a person just by having your aura there. But the thing is, you don't mess with anybody. You want to mess with those who you feel real and who truthful. So your love deals with the mysteries of life. You love to solve a problem and find the answers to things that's mystery to others. You like to know what makes a person tick more than anybody. So you also can be a psychologist, just like the seventh house. But your psychologist is you can be a mastermind of anything on the upside or the downside. So you will go through it in your life when dealing with love, when dealing with Pluto things, with dealing with power. You will go through it. You will have conflict with the fatherly figures or with anybody who in power. You'll be very rebellious and have conflict against them until you learn about it. And when you learn about it, you will transform. You transform and use it into wisdom. So you'll go through everything in life that deal with the hardcore aspects of life because you were made to be tough. So it'd be tough love at first. But you will learn through everything that you go through to spread that love. So that tough love will change into love power. You have power through love. You will know how to love. You know how to use your love to get what you want. So people naturally is attracted to you. You look sexy. No matter if you're male or female, you got the sexiness in you. And that's how you like to wear your clothes. So you might be the type. You might be the sex god and goddess. True indeed. You know what I mean? But you got the magnet, the magnetic force where they can feel your vibes. That's the difference. So you can be the teacher when dealing with sex, especially tantrum sex. And also it's about what you want and what you desire. You always go after. You don't stop. Very ruthless to accomplish your objective. Yes. So whatever your objective is, you will accomplish. So just make sure you definitely classic empath. You have empath powers. Also to make sure the type who can have all the psychic abilities, even though you could be a medium where you can talk to spirits. You know what I mean? Because now love is dealing with darkness, and darkness is a powerful force that deals with authority, that deals with power, that deals with you make a great person who make a good organizer and not structure things because you're a great deep thinker. You think deep into the darkness. Not only to think deep, you're the one who's come up with solutions, and your solutions that makes you a hunter. You're a hunter for information. You love knowledge. You love information. You love to know things, and what you don't know, you so curious. You got to know, so you continue to hunt. Not only hunt when dealing with information that's outside of yourself, which is the intellect or the mind, but also hunt within yourself, which is your psychic powers, your inner power, the inner powers, which is your intuition. So you bring your logic and intuition together, you're the ultimate hunter. You just know. You read people like a book. They can't come with fakeness. You're the ultimate lie detector. So with the bullshit lie detector in this house, and this is the house of Pluto, love power. Love power. Yeah, so you the type who, when you love family, you love family. You definitely will fight for family. You're the ultimate fighter. So you're the love fighter. So you can have conflict with your mate and fighting about love. That's on the downside. Or you can fight over your mate when it comes to love. You kill somebody over your mate. Because Pluto is a tough placement. Not all of you who have this paper will kill somebody, but you can go hard when it comes to love. Your family is very important, and those who you love is very important when it comes to you. Now, love in the house, in the ninth house, because I was love in the eighth house. Now we're going to the ninth house. Love in the ninth house when dealing with Sag, when dealing with Jupiter, your love expands. Your empath ability expands. Your empath, which means it's sort of like clairsentience ability. We can feel people and know people. Your love expands. So your love will be universal love. I love you. I love him. I love her. And the way you love is being adventurous, exploring, learning about things, learning about other cultures, learning about other people, learning some of everything. It's all about learning and growing in knowledge. Your love is wisdom. Love will teach you wisdom. You be one of the wisest teachers. You can be an ultimate teacher when it comes to love. So out of all houses, you the one who can teach more than anybody when it comes to love. Because your love is some of every area. You know about some of everybody. You done dealt with some of everybody. So through your experience, it teach you love. You like to explore. You like to explore. So the way you feel good is through wisdom, through knowledge, through studying, and also through being adventurous, through using your senses so you can learn, through expressing yourself. And this is how you win. So you can be the type who want to do everything big, think big. You want to do everything big, think big. You want to do everything on a big level. It's all about the big thinking. You don't trip the small stuff. And you're freedom loving. I love freedom. So we're talking about love freedom. You love freedom. So anybody try to block you off, they cut off because you keep going. So it's for you to learn how to stay still sometimes, where you can be able to pay attention to your clairvoyance ability, because you're very clairvoyant. You can see the big picture more than anybody. So you deal with imagination, dreams, fantasy. So if you slow down, you'll be able to see the big picture because you got it in you. You can see ahead of time before many people. You can see the future, prophesizing it. And you're the ultimate seer of the future. That third eye can see more than any other sign. Your intuition is on fire. So you know how to take action, get a party started, get things crunk. You know what I mean? Spread your love everywhere. A good entertainer, the one who people love to be around because you're so fun loving and very cheerful, love to entertain the crowd, a good storyteller. So you can be a writer, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got the ability to do anything that deal with wisdom. So you're the ultimate philosopher, the ultimate poet, philosopher, and many other things. So when it comes to searching for information, you're the true seeker. And so seeking your truth, speaking your truth that's your part of you. So you can be very blunt with the tongue on the downside. Nobody can chew you up because you think 10 steps ahead of almost anybody. Just like Venus in the sixth house, you can also think 10 steps ahead of anybody. So your love deals with doing things that Sagittarius. Things that deal with Sagittarius traits. With Sagittarius love, the adventurous life, the explorer life. You like to explore things, seeking information, researching, knowledge itself. Because you love knowledge. This is the house. I love knowledge. So it makes you highly intelligent, highly on point, a good speaker. You could be a motivation speaker and things of that nature. And so this is how you span your love. Now we got love in the house of Capricorn, the 10th house. Your love deals with, or Venus, your Venus deals with careers. Your careers. So your careers is very important to you. What you value is your careers. How you feel good is working. This is the house that probably worked the hardest. Where Venus, you show your love through working. And the way you show your love got to be a beautiful environment. Showing your artistic abilities. And you'll work hard to do that. You'll be good when it comes to music, arts. When it deals with culture. When it deals with people. When it deals with relationship partnerships. When it deals with anything that deals with love. Because in this house here, you the ultimate problem solver. Not only you have it in your mind as a deep thinker, but you also will carry it out in this house. So you'll be organized and disciplined in any area. So you make a great planner. So Venus feel good when it plans. You feel good when you plan. You feel good when you plan something to deal with family events, when it deals with business. So you make a great business person. So you're the ultimate money maker here. You're the ultimate leader when it comes to organizations, when it comes to structures. So Venus is good in this house, the 10th house of careers. So you do good when you run a business. You do good when you over businesses. And so this is how you win when you over businesses right here. You do good when you be able to be over people's finances. So you can be kind of stingy, like Venus can be stingy, like in this house, because Venus want to save, and that's the way Venus feel good in this house. Your beauty is when you can save up money, when you can organize things, and everything run right, when everything feel good, when everything is right. Stability is very important. Your family, when you can provide for your family, this is love for you. This is love. This is practical love for you. Practical love is when you can give to others, just like Venus in the 6th house and the 2nd house, when you can give things to people, like Venus in the house of Taurus, Venus in the house of Virgo, also Venus house in Capricorn, where you can give to people, which means practical love is more like giving gifts. And the gifts that you're going to give, since it's in the house of Capricorn, the 10th house, you're going to give some beautiful gifts. You're going to give some expensive gifts. Like Taurus, in the house of Taurus, which is the 2nd house, it might be beautiful gifts, but you're going to give the real expensive gifts. So, because yes, it might not be the most beautiful, but it can be high class. So, with that being said, the way you love will be shown through living a life that deals with tradition, that deals with culture, that deals with family, that deals with structure. And so, the way you love is following the law. And what makes you feel good is when you're doing things that's organized and that's structured, and doing things that's like wild spirit or free spirit, like Venus in the house in the 9th house. That free spirit ain't your style. Your style is more like going along with society or creating your own society in your own rhythm, and you stick to it. And so once you do that, where society can feel you, and you fit the traditions of society, this is how you win. And this is what you feel most comfortable when you can lead. When you can lead anything, any organization, any groups, any structures, because you know how to get the job done. This is what makes you feel good. And you feel comfortable when you got the right person, and you don't mess with anybody. And you also feel good when you're alone, and you can think alone, but also you feel good with a partner. And so yes, when you discipline, this is how you truly win. Now, when you got Venus in the house of Aquarius, the 11th house, the way you love is on the humanitarian level, global level. You love through being unique, being your own being. You love through loving people who's different. That's the way you love. You love through Aquarius means, which means living in your higher mind, speaking your higher truth, and coming up with ideas, being the inventor, being a scientific individual. What I mean scientific, being a researcher, being the one who just know things. So you definitely highly intuitive, more than any other sign. You get downloads information from the universe, so you clairsentience. So the way you share your love is through giving people the answers to life, being a guide to others in life, and also solving a problem to humanitarian issues. You might not actually carry it out physically, but by you coming up with a solution to the world's problem and they following it, this is how you feel good. This is how you share your love, because you are the true speaker, and not only true seeker and the true speaker, you the one who possesses the truth, because you get downloads out of nowhere. So you deal with change. Like, people can't really predict what you're going to do. You know what I mean? You deal with change. And you don't like to just say, I'm going to do this. That ain't love to you. When you say you're going to do this and you know you ain't going to do it, you know what I mean? That ain't you. And if somebody try to tell you what to do, that ain't you, because you're independence and you're definitely freedom loving, just like Sagittarius. Just like in the house of Sagittarius, the 9th house, you're freedom loving definitely more than anyone. And you like things that's different and unique. So your love is seeing different people. Your love is doing different things. Your love is experimenting. And so you love to experiment. And your love, when dealing with partnership, you're very loyal and dedicated to the end, as long as they can respect your freedom and respect your mind. Your mind is very important because you like to express yourself. The way you express yourself, even if you're not talking to your partner, you might just speak to yourself, talk to yourself more than anyone. You the type who to be talking to yourself. Now, if you know somebody can respect you and who you are, that's what you love. Don't nobody try to change you because you deal with change. That's what you love. Because you can have the fixed mind, but it depends on what you fix on. If you fix on things that's positive, you will win. And so in this house here, it's all about finding a solution to people problems. It's all about speaking your truth and bringing the truth to the world, or bringing truth to people who need to hear it. Because you can be an ultimate guide, counselor, truth speaker. You can be the type who could be a vendor, come up with solution that's outside of the box, thinking outside of the box. Because you don't think like the normal people. You think differently, and you like try things that's different. So in this house here, it's all about being you, and you want people to be themselves. And the people ain't themselves. You don't like to be around them type people, even though you the type who get along with anyone. You're so cool, you're so smooth, but you also could be blunt and chop people down with your words and be harsh and cruel. Yes, you can be cruel and harsh and say things out of nowhere, out of blue. They're speaking out of nowhere. You that type. They catch you speaking, say, what this person said? What this person just said? That they say to you. What you just said? Yeah, because out of nowhere, you just come to speaking and speaking and speaking. And that's pretty much Venus in the house of Aquarius, or what Aquarius do and how they operate. And so your love is dealing with humanitarian issue, feeling like you love it by being different, because different is very important to you, being different and being unique, and people respecting your mind, which means the way you think outside of the box, and the way you love feel weird to others. But as long as you be yourself, you will win. And don't let nobody change, you will win. And so you ain't here to follow the paths of others. You're here to do your own thing. But you're also here to cooperate with others, not be so gone out of the box till you can't cooperate with others. And so now we got Venus in the 12th house, which is Pisces, Neptune. Ooh, this is a powerful connection here. You got all the psychic gifts. When you tap into it, you're very emotional when dealing with love, when dealing with family, when dealing with what you value. You go through it. Them emotions tear you down. You pick up on energy from area environment, here, there, everywhere. But as long as you don't get too involved with your emotions, you'll win. Because this is Venus in the 12th house of Pisces. And Pisces is very creative. So Venus already creative. We added on the Pisces, make you more creative. So anything that's creative will spark you. You like things like creative arts, cartoons, creative movies, creative. You can be an editor, a photographer. So you do anything to deal with creativity, you're like magical, because not only creative that deal with the arts, but creative solutions. Like you got creative ways of solving a solution that's different, idealistic. So boom, that's how you win. You definitely the ultimate clairsentient empath, or you definitely clairvoyance, and you definitely claircognizance. You got all the abilities once you tap into it. If you don't, and you shut this part of you down, and you're on the downside, people could think you're a dummy, because you always taking on people's emotions, and you could be a sacrifice for others who don't even care about you, and so you could appear to be a dummy to a lot of people. And they said, "Oh, this person dumb. This person helping people who using them." You have people using you because you're very kind, and it's all about unconditional love with you, and you're a free spirit. The thing is that if you don't have no discipline, you will crash. You need discipline with this energy because you feel you can do anything, and you go into your emotions and play the victim role. Not only play the victim role, you also can be the victim for being so giving and so kind, because this is one of the most kindest placement. You're more giving to anybody. You give your last penny. But it depends on your condition of the way you are is how you're gonna win. Like if you're on the upside or you're on the downside. If you're on the downside, you can give to the wrong people and you can crash. You can sacrifice for the wrong people. But if you're on the upside, you would know who to give to. You psychically have your emotions and everything under control, and you'll know how to block off and protect your energy. So you can do anything that deal with psychic healing work, anything that deal with nurturing work, anything that deal with social work, anything that deals with your ability of divinity, because this is spiritual placement, and your divinity is through love, becoming acceptance of yourself, of who you are, becoming acceptance of other people, their ways, and stop being so into other people like that. You need that discipline where you can't feed into everybody's vibes, so you can know that everybody ain't good for you, but you still is able to accept people for who they are and don't go so hard on people. And this is how you win. Your love is through the spiritual realm. Everything is spiritual to you. Everything you do, when you work, when you sleep, when you eat. So by you saying affirmations, by you meditating, that's very important. Meditation will get your soul right. So learning things that deal with the spiritual realm is how you win. Because you are the ultimate truth seeker when it comes to your divinity, spirituality. So this is what you must stay in. Things that deal with divinity. Your love is through spirituality. Your love is through psychic visions and dreaming. You're the ultimate dreamer because you're very dreamy. And so long as you don't stay in the escapist world by fantasizing too much, you'll win. You're very creative, so you can be very stylish. You come up with the newest fashion and everything, and you can be the ultimate musician and everything else. You got the poet ability. You can be the ultimate philosopher, ultimate writer, the one who be the film director, the one who is the master of spirituality. Yes. So your divinity is very important. So by you having faith, that's very important. When you don't have no faith, you're on the downside. You can crash. You can be a weakling, a dummy, all that the same. But if you balance and you right, you can be the ultimate healer out of all signs. This is a great healing placement. We're dealing with spirituality. Everything is spiritual. You see everybody's spirit as souls. So this is the placement that's very like the gurus, the master healer. So got a lot of good in this placement, but it's through faith and trust in the universe, trust in the spirit, because you're the old soul. So by you being the old soul, you got to have trust in yourself and trust in your divinity. You know that you are spirit that's in the body. Once you understand that, and you know that you connected to the source, then this is how you win. Use your magical powers. So you are definitely the magical one. Because what you say and what you think, you will manifest easier than anybody. Because you is over the spiritual realm, this spiritual house. You is over the psyche. So you can be able to understand people, emotions, and their thoughts and their ways more than anybody. But you have to tap into it and get yourself right. Now, with this being said, since you are the love, it's about spiritual love, universal spiritual love, universal consciousness, and your consciousness deal with love, and everything in your bone vibrate love. This is how you win. This is Venus in the 12th house, and this is the Neptune placement. Just don't be so snappish about everything, be so sensitive about everything, because you be just like Venus in the 4th house, very sensitive, very snappish. So you got to control your emotions. That's very important. Self-mastery. Yeah, so once you control your emotions, it's like you and Venus in the 4th house, this is how y'all win. Y'all become the master of emotions more than anybody. Y'all can teach people about emotions, and y'all know how to tap into people's emotions. And so, boom, you got all the psychic gifts, even the medium gifts, because this is the house that's over meditation, the house that's over spirituality, the house that's over psychic ability, the house that's over creativity, and universal love. Because you're the old soul. Now, with this being said, this is all I got to say right here. This is all I got to say right here. I feel the love. I'm a Venus in the 4th house, which is the moon. So I understand you. That's a water house, just like you're a water house. So the moon is the ultimate mother. So I understand you. You're part of the ultimate mother. Before you became Neptune, you're part of the moon. And so as I can't bring you this light, it gets no realer than this. Oh, sure.